Try now. Is there any audio now? I'm going to feel really dumb if it just wasn't working. Talking. If you can hear me, let me know. Hopefully it's working. Sorry if there's a problem. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out, guys. Sorry if there's technical difficulties. Can anyone hear me? Hello? And now it looks like we're good. Well, all right. That's been a great start to it. All right. Go over this again. Harden, points too low. Taking the over of 22.5 at minus 108. Murray, been fantastic, averaging close to 30 points per game since this playoff started. Had 30 plus in each of the last two games. I'm rolling with his over 24.5. KCP should play close to 40 minutes, mid-30s to 40 minutes. They need him to guard Booker. Should crush in the spot, taking the over on Murray PRA. I went with the alt over, plus 150 over at Betfred, but I like his normal over of 36.5. And sorry for the technical difficulties. But Devers did home run, plus 440. He's been crushing it this season. Has 10 home runs already. 353 ISO going up against righties. Berrios struggles versus left-handed power. 209 ISO. Decent fly ball lean, big hard contact lean going up against lefties. Hitting Devers for a bomb. Betts did home run, plus 475 over at DK. Betts has been pretty solid so far this season. Had 35 home runs in 130 games last season. Guy's a good power hitter. Gets a decent match versus Walker. Walker's been giving up some power this season against righties. 213 ISO versus righties. Betts been very solid. In a good lineup here. Really like Betts to hit a home run. And the last one, Mike Zunino to hit a home run. Bet365 wouldn't let me get down anything. But it's plus 550 over there. Zunino, fantastic home run hitter. I know he didn't do much last year, didn't play much last year. But the guy has a bunch of pops, one of the better home run hitters in the league. Had over 30 home runs in like 109 games 2 years ago. Guy has a massive fly ball lean. German has been crushed so far this season. I'm plus 550 is just ridiculous odds. Jose Berrios, under 4.5 strikeouts, minus 130 over at FanDuel. Berrios has been solid so far this season. He's been actually pretty good. The problem is he gets a matchup versus seven lefties. Seven lefties. Since the beginning of last season, two guys, or I guess Reese McGuire, barely over 20%. Everyone has a low strikeout rate, 17.5% K rate going up against righties. He struggles at striking out lefties. We have 7 of them. Like, this is a terrible matchup. 4 strikeouts in the spot here. I'm rolling with the under. Luke Weaver, over 4.5 strikeouts, minus 129 over at Caesars. Luke Weaver has been very solid to start the season. Massive swinging strike rate, 15% swinging strike rate so far this season. Gets a matchup versus San Diego. San Diego, while a very good hitting lineup, does have some strikeouts near the bottom. Carpenter, Kim, Grisham, all decent strikeout guys, plus Machado and Tatis up top here. Weaver, I'm believing his stuff is real. Maybe not as real as it has been, but the dude's had 8 strikeouts in each of the first 2 games. I'm really liking him here. I'm rolling with the over. Drew Smiley, over 4.5 strikeouts, minus or plus 125 at Betfred. Next closest odds are Smiley. Next closest odds are plus 110. I still don't mind it at that. MGM might bring it back up at plus 120. The line's moving a lot in that direction right now. I'm rolling with the over. Pretty much every single book is moving that. So if you can get it plus odds, it's solid. He's been good to start the season so far. He's been really good to start the season so far. Gets a good matchup versus Washington. Sorry. I'm a little bit tilted from the audio thing right now. But been good so far this season. Not walking a ton of guys, 25% K rate. Lineup, not striking out a ton, but not very. There's a small sample size this season. Going back to the beginning of last season, it's a lot higher, close to 20%. but not very many good bats. They're all bad bats, so I'm rolling with it. Gore, I'm taking both his under on strikeouts and under on outs. He's been okay to start the season, but the walk rate has been massive. 14%, I believe. Let's see, 14.4%. The Ks have been there. This Cubs lineup has been pretty solid. A decent amount of patient bats in here. Not a terribly high strikeout lineup outside of Wisdom in there and Bellinger. Bellinger batting third. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting there. Versus lefty. Huh. Well, I guess Gore does have a little bit splits neutral, maybe reverse splits. But I'm rolling with this under. Kluber under 15.5 outs. This is just on Betfred and it's already moved, so we'll go with that, or won't talk about that too much. Same thing with Stripling, under 15.5 outs. I got this minus 135. It's minus 170 now. Luis Garcia, last bet, over 6.5 strikeouts. Garcia been very solid so far. Garcia has been solid so far. Had 4 strikeouts in his first 2 outings. Since then, let's look it up. He's hit the over in this, I think, in all 3. He's been very good recently. Gets a great matchup going up against San Francisco. Look at this lineup here. 26.4% K rate going up against righties. Yeah, Garcia, 7, 9, and 7 strikeouts versus Tampa Bay, Toronto, and Texas in the last 3 outings. Got close to 100 pitches in the last one. Really like Garcia to go over. Minus 120, I think is, or minus 119, I think is the best odds over at Caesars. Let's see. Yeah, minus 119 is the best odds. Pretty much everywhere else it's minus 130. And that's it. That's the show. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back again tomorrow. Hopefully with these things figured out. I'm out of here. Later, kids.